Hey there, it's Jacqueline here at Wegosolo.world, and today I thought I would talk to you about travelling solo if you're shy and an introvert. Now, people assume that to go off travelling on your own, you need to be super confident, life and soul, all singing and dancing, and that's so not the case. You know, you get people who are obviously outgoing and they are the life and soul of the party, but you also get, people who are shy and introverted, and you can just have just a greater time travelling alone in that way. So what I would say is, if you are shy and an introvert, is first of all go and be prepared. Before you go off travelling, just get yourself prepared. Make sure that you have your Kindle or your electronic device all loaded up with your favourite books and things you've been meaning to read. If you like the feel of a paperback, and who doesn't, then make sure you've got some room in your luggage to get a few paperbacks in. You always find people along the way that you could swap books with, and there are, depending on which country you're going to, some places have shops where you can actually sort of go and exchange your books as well. I would also download movies, get music on your MP3 player, get podcasts, so you're all set up if you have been surrounded by people and it's all getting a bit much and you just want to get away and you just want to chill out, listen to music, or have something great to read or watch. So definitely that would be my first thing to do. Now, the second thing I would say is look at what kind of tour you want to do, because I would say if you haven't done it before, maybe a group tour is a good place to start. And there what you can do is look at the size of the group, look at the kind of accommodation. There's accommodation where you won't be able to get a room to yourself, or there are places where you can share with somebody, or you can pay extra to share. There's budget time rooms on the tour, or there's sort of more luxurious rooms. You've also got I think it's called flash packers, where it's sort of the 30 to 50 age range, if you're worried about the age range in the group. And I've also had friends who've gone with the adventure type travel companies like Exodus, Intrepid, Explore. So depending on the destinations you want to go to. Now, another thing to take into account is if you've got a passion, if you really love photography, or you're really into painting or opera, you'll be surprised. There's so many tours that incorporate this kind of thing as well. There's cooking tours and all sorts of things. So that's maybe another route that you can go down. If you think to yourself, well, actually, a group tour really isn't my thing, I really would like to do my own thing, then let's sort of have a look and talk about the accommodation. So it all depends on your budget and what kind of things you like. Now, you could start off in a hostel. Lots of people travel in hostels. You do get an age range. Now, it depends on the hostel. I would say that you've got, it sort of tends to be like the YHAs. You've got more of a wide age range, so you can get sort of from like 19 up to about sort of 70, which I always think is like a really fabulous mix. You don't need to stay in dorms. You can have a room to yourself there, or if you did want to do a dorm, then obviously look for the smaller dorms, just like 4-bed male or 4-bed female. Hotels, yes, but you might be a bit lonely being in the hotel, but it depends how you mix it up. Maybe you're doing day trips as well, and that's another way that you'll be sort of dipping in and out and meeting people. There's also a hostel group called Generator, that's more design-led hotels that are in Europe. Another suggestion would be looking at Airbnb or a similar organisation where you have the option of either renting a room in the host's house, or there's also, you can get a place to yourself. Now, if you go for the former, where you've got a room in somebody's house, then you do have the option of insider local knowledge and the potential maybe of some socialising. But on those, I would look at the reviews, see what other people have said, and you can always contact the host beforehand and have a chat with them, and then decide whether or not it's going to be for you, if that's the kind of thing that you want to do. Now, the other things to look at are, or the other thing that I would say, is that basically if you're travelling on your own, then being an introvert and shy in a lot of ways can be a great thing, because you will have alone time and you actually really like your alone time. You know, you're more than happy to take yourself off to the cinema and watch a great movie, take yourself down to the beach or a park to read a book. So please don't feel that, you know, if it's a real no-no, and as if you're shy and an introvert, it's something that you couldn't possibly do. I'm hoping I've given you a sort of few ideas here, and sort of maybe you'll then give it a chance and have a go and get yourself out there. Now, other things that you can do are see what's going on in the area itself. There are, you know, normally meet-up groups locally. Of course, do come and join our free community at Wegosolo.world. Do plot your trips on there, let people know where you're going to be, and you can chat together and connect as a group or one-on-one. That's another way to do things. And if you're into fitness, you know, have a look and see if there's any running groups as well where you're going to be. You know, you can just join them the day for a run and combine that as well, and a walking tour, so that you're just kind of dipping in and dipping out, so you don't have to be full on all the time. And if you do also do decide to do tours, a day tour, remember, if you do one that's organised, you have got company on the trip and you've got the sort of safety of getting to and from the place, and you can do your own thing as well when you're there on the tour. Some places you can also hire a driver for the day and go off and do your own thing there. So anyway, so there's just a few things for thought. God, I can't even speak properly. A few things for you to consider there. Now, if you are a solo traveller who is shy and introvert, do leave your comments on how you travel solo yourselves. That would be great to hear and read about. And as I say, do drop by, say hi, and join our free community at Wegosolo.world. Till then, take care. Bye.